Yeah, hello there, and welcome back. And let us continue with our lesson. And today, what we are going to do is we are going to create, or we are going to use a column over here on the Flutter and also in the Swift UI and the Compose to load all of our widget that we have previously created. So we have created a 4 widget over here, and we want to load all of these widget using the column or in a vertical direction. So let us get started with it, and I guess I can just increase the font size over here. And then what I can do is let's go and remove this image widget. If you can remember, previously we were just loading a single widget over here, but now we want to load a multiple widget over here. So I'll just remove the cons from here too, that is not required, and inside this child I'll go and add a column over here. And with this column I have an option to add the children because it is a list, so we can add a multiple children over here. So that will be all of our widget that we have created. So what we'll add is we'll add our custom text, right? And it takes the label of the home over here. And then next is we will add our custom button that we have, and then we also have the custom button with the icon, and finally we have the image view, right? Image widget. Okay, and then I can add the const over here so the warning goes away. And now we have this, all of our 4 widget that we have previously created are loaded over here. And what I can do is I guess I can add the app bar over here, and let's add the app bar. And for this column, what I can also do is, okay, so I guess we can run this one, and let me try to rebuild the application first of all from here, and let's see how it look like. Here you can see when you run that particular application, you get all of your widget that we have previously created, 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4, all of those widgets are loaded over here in a vertical direction. That is how we use a column over here. So if you want to modify some of the properties for this particular column, you can just go and modify it, but let's just keep it as a default one. And let's move on with our Swift UI. So let me open up my Xcode over here, and in the Xcode I'll just go and create a new file over here, and let's create a Swift UI view over here, and let's give a name for this one. I can just give home. So it should be of our home. Why it is home? It should be of our home, right? So home, I say scr in screen, and you can give any name, so it depends on you, but let me create it as a home screen view, and that will create us this particular view. So it should be inside this, so let me move inside over here, and I can remove this text from here because that is not required. So let me reload this one so we can get a view over here, so we don't have to run it to the real device. And what we want to do over here, we want to load all of our view that we have previously created. We want to load it over here. So I can just remove this text from here, and I can just say v stack over here, and then it has some of the option that you can add: alignment, spacing, and the content. But let's keep it as a default one, and we don't want to modify any of the modifier over there. And once we have the v stack over here, this is basically means v means in the vertical direction. So we want to load all of our widget over here. So first we have text. I guess it should be of a text UI view, right? So that is what we have created. And we have a button view, and button with sorry, it was the button 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 with the icon view. And also we have the image image view, I guess. So that's the 4 of the view that we have previously created. So now you can see it has been loaded on our screen, and we don't have to run it to the actual device. You can just get the view of that particular over here, and you can see you get a nice looking view which has loaded all of our view that we have previously created. So we created a 4 view, and that is loaded over here as in the vertical direction, which is the same as the column in the Flutter. So I guess that's all for the our SwiftUI, and we need to move on with the Compose. So let's open up our Android Studio over here, and let's build our project for the Android. So what we will do is currently it's loading the view or the preview of our let's load the preview of the home screen, so we don't have to run it. So here I'll just remove this one and I'll just say home screen. So let us rebuild that one, and then what we'll do is we'll go to our home screen over here, and what we want to do is we want to load our view over here. So let's add the column over here, and you can see that column has the other properties that you can modify, like the vertical modifier and vertical arrangement, horizontal alignment. So but let's keep it to the simple and let's not modify all of those. And here what I can do is, since it is a column, we can just copy all of this and add it inside. Since it can hold the multiple children, so we can just add all of our child over here, and let's uncomment all of this, and that is what our previous composable function that we have created. This is our view, and now if I can rebuild this one, it should load all of our view that we have previously created as in the column or in the vertical direction. So now you can see it's loaded the UI over here, and if you want to run to the real device or the VM, you can just run it from here. It will take a bit of time. Okay, so it's loading already, so let's wait for it. And now here you can see that it has loaded all of our previously created view to our screen, so in a vertical direction or in a column. So I guess that's all for our lesson today, and we learned about the column in the Flutter, as well as we learned about the VStack in the SwiftUI, and also the column in the Composable. So that's all for this lesson. Let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.